Okay, and thank you for clicking today on the Ochanos channel. We're going to be covering politi- political ongoing. That's right. You heard me right. Political ongoings today, yesterday, and we're going to be hopefully checking out some of the things that happened in our country and some of the things that could be happening in our country. Yesterday I got a license to cover whitehouse.gov. Whoa, it was a lot easier than I thought. It was super simple, and I thought it was going to be a really arduous process, but no, it was actually quite easy. They make it fairly easy to do that. So, we're going to be checking out some of the news that has gone on that the whitehouse.gov has released to the public. Okay, this is going to be my first time that I am actually checking out. I say actually a lot, and I'm going to really try and to stop say actually. So I want to see what news comes up. As you can see, I had some difficulties, and now you can see my cursor, my magnifying glass again. Sorry about that. I'm blind, so bear with me. 50 wins in 50 days. But I want to see let me give me a second to check out some of the news stuff that they were releasing because I would like to maybe check it out first, see if there's anything interesting I'd like to cover. Okay, so I clicked on the news and then I clicked on the facts, news and fact sheets because I'm really curious about the facts more so than anything else. And we can basically just verify together if these facts are correct. I'm not saying that they're not correct. I have noticed that there have been some misquotes by the president. I'm sure he's being advised of a specific number, and the specific number being that we gave 350 billion or 300 billion to Ukraine, which is not accurate. It's not accurate at all. So that would be the first thing that I really want to see if it's being covered. Okay, and I see here this is about the public service loan forgiveness with actual public service. Yeah, that's good, but I'm not interested in that. Fact sheet: President Donald J. Trump establishes White House task force on the FIFA World Cup. Why? I don't know, FIFA World Cup. Okay, I don't care. FIFA, isn't that soccer? I don't play soccer. Does anybody? I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of people who play soccer. Not saying that it's bad. I'm Hispanic, so yeah, you would think I would love soccer because I'm Hispanic. But I'm an American, and I don't like soccer. It's too much running. Let me check some other stuff out. Okay, so I found this pretty cool, man. This was done on March 6th. I didn't know about this. It's a fact sheet. President Donald J. Trump establishes the strategic Bitcoin reserve and U.S. digital asset stockpile. Well, 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 what do you know? What do you know? That is something. And as you can see, creating a strategic Bitcoin reserve and digital asset stockpile. President Donald J. Trump signed an executive order to establish. I can't see very well, so I can't read very well. Excuse me. Establish a strategic Bitcoin reserve and a U.S. digital asset stockpile, positioning the United States as a leader. That's my radio voice. My friends have always told me what a great voice I have. Among nations in government digital asset strategy. Yeah, if you didn't catch it, that used to be a commercial like on the radio a long time ago. So I guess I'm showing my age to where it was like a guy talking saying, "My friends have always told me what a great voice I have." Trying to get you to go to like radio broadcasting school or something. Um, that is pretty interesting. But what is he going to do by him establishing that? Mm, the Department of Treasury, it was forfeited as part of a criminal. Oh yeah, okay. So, they're through crypto scams and through also through Russia, and also through several cryptocurrencies that were found to be doing illegal actions. Some of that money was forfeited, and seized. So, if first off, if they take the money from Russia that was seized in Bitcoin, because it's specifically saying Bitcoin, I think that's a great thing. I mean, we're talking trillions of dollars. China did it. China took Russia's Bitcoin, and they have no problem saying, "Hey, we took your Bitcoin." You know, China is like the worst friend that you want to have. It's your worst best friend. So China took and stopped transactions with Russia and seized their Bitcoin. Now that money, Bitcoin, I don't know if how familiar you are with cryptocurrency, but Bitcoin can be tracked very easily. Um, you just have to know how to track it. And you have to know how to follow the chain. That's right. Follow the chain. Follow the code in the chain. You can follow it anywhere. There is some things that you can't follow, but I'm not going to tell you about that. First off, let me say that um, I am going to be editing this a bit. So in order for me to use my license, I have to let you know uh, right here that I will be editing this. Not going to be changing any of the content, but I am picking particular areas and just showing you specific areas so that way we can view it together. So I'm not going to cover everything in here, and for license purposes, I have to let you know that I'm not going to be showing you everything in its entirety. Okay, so that is pretty interesting. But that's kind of it for today. Fact sheet, huh? Presidential actions. U.S. hostage and wrongful detainee day. Okay, that's a list of the detainees. Okay, it's kind of like redundant stuff, huh? Remarks? Is this if I want to leave a remark? Press gaggle by President Trump. Aboard Air Force One. You know, um when the press goes along with the president, it's referred to as a gaggle, right? If you know for sure, make a comment down below. Um, I believe they call it a gaggle. The president, hello everybody. Hi, Mr. President. So basically, this is what was covered on Air Force One. Okay, that's kind of boring. Articles, briefings, and statements. First Lady Melania Trump. Oh, everyone likes Melania Trump, right? Yeah, we all like her. I don't know if you guys heard that. That was my bird Pete. If you could hear him, he likes to make comments in the background. Women's History Month. Yay to the women. So, I have my eldest daughter who is giving birth. Well, actually, she's not giving birth right now, but she's pretty close to it, and she's been in labor for like a day. Yeah, like a day in labor. She just can't do anything the easy way. Speaking of Women's History Month, very strong, very strong. Okay, so I thought this would be a little bit more interesting, and I'm not saying that it's not interesting, but I am saying that it's not interesting. So, um, let's go to TikTok, see what TikTok has. So I'm just gonna make sure that when I'm covering TikTok stuff, it's not actually like third party stuff. Because like that would be the Daily Mail, that would be MSNBC. So I wanna make sure that it's like users here, you know, videos, because I'm pretty sure that would be still third party stuff, and I don't want to violate YouTube's thing they have. And this is Jay the Ok. Jay the Okay. Jay the Okay. Let's see what Jay has to say. Why can't I hear anything? Hello? Jay? Hello? Can I hear anything? Hello? What's going on? What's going on? Why can't I hear anything? What?
Outside of the White House overnight.
Dang.
Taking a live look from the White House right
That
now.
scared me.
Just after midnight, Washington police report a suicidal individual possibly traveling to D.C. That breaking news, a man believed to be from Indiana was shot by the U.S. Secret Service after an armed confrontation outside of the White House overnight. Now taking a live look from
Does anybody know if that was real? Like somebody was shot outside the White House? I I I don't know. I don't know. Okay, this one I don't know if I believe or not, but let's check this out. This is P4 something. I don't know who P4 is, but let's see.
These negotiations are ongoing. I will allow the president to divulge any red lines that he may set. But I think as deals in the past have come to fruition, the president has proven one of the things. 44 days. Again, these negotiations are ongoing. I will allow the president to divulge any red lines that he may set. But
also, my magnifying glass is visible again. Sorry.
Has proven one of the things that makes him a very effective negotiator is not revealing what he's anticipating from both sides. But he is at the forefront of these negotiations, in addition to the very qualified individuals who he's tasked with speaking to both President Putin and President Zelensky.
And speaking of deals, a meeting with the President of the United States offers any foreign leader credibility. Was it part of the prisoner swap with Fogel that President Trump agreed to meet with Putin?
Again, I was already asked this question. I said I was not made
What's
aware
up, brother?
of that, but we can certainly get you an answer on that. I'll check in with the NSC. Sure, Monica.
Thanks, Caroline. It's clear that this administration is dedicated to both truth and transparency. We know that with DOJ, but we also know that because this administration recently announced it's going to declassify the assassinations of Martin Luther King Jr., JFK, and RFK. I'm wondering, is it likely
It's
that
like
we're
low
going to see more
volume.
information regarding the assassination attempts on the president's life while he was on the campaign trail?
In regards to the assassination of the individuals you mentioned, President Trump signed that executive order directing the respective agencies to do it. I know that that process continues and is ongoing. He's committed to transparency in the declassification of these very important files that I think many Americans are not only interested in learning about, but also have the right to know about. As for the two heinous assassination
She's
attempts
doing
on
a
the
lot of
president's life,
talking.
he's spoken to this publicly. I've spoken to him about it privately. And, you know, as he said publicly to all of you, he feels he has a right to know about further information about the
is
individuals who
this?
tried to kill him, tried to take his life. And so if and when we get that information, I'll leave it up to the president to decide whether or not he would like to reveal it. But I believe in the effort of transparency that we've seen consistently from this president, he certainly will.
Guys, I'll end the video out by saying this. It looks like Jim McCullough.
All right, man. Yeah, that's what I do talk. So,
4 days, but the president will have a lot to talk about tonight when he heads up to Capitol Hill to address a joint
6 weeks ago.
so I didn't even see the question. So, what's the question? So that leads me to believe that there may be some not truth to that. I don't know. I see Elon Musk. What's going on with Elon here? Oh, that's MSNBC. Yeah. No. Okay, so something about a shooting.
The U.S. Secret Service shot a man near the White House after an armed confrontation. The agency was tipped off by local police about a suicidal individual
Didn't I
traveling
cover
from
that?
Indiana to Washington, D.C. As officers approached the suspect,
Whoa.
he pulled out a gun, leading to an exchange of fire.
A big ass
The
gun.
man was shot and taken to the hospital, but his condition remains unknown. President Donald
the guy?
Trump was at his Florida residence, Mar-a-Lago, at the time of the incident. Washington's Metropolitan
What?
Police are investigating the shooting. The U.S. Secret Service shot a man.
Okay, so if the guy. People are so stupid. So like. The guy's holding the gun up like that. Like that. I would shoot him too. I'm just saying. I would shoot him. You know, you get an opportunity, you know, and he comes around once in a while. A guy with a gun, you're on a detail to where you protect the president and the people who work in the White House. You know what? You did your job. You did your job. So thank you to whoever shot the idiot with the gun up in the air. What's the point in that? Like, people are losing their minds. It's ridiculous. But anyways, that's all I'm going to cover for today. I just wanted to check out the White House and use that license to cover it. Whitehouse.gov. If you haven't already, click the like and subscribe button. I'm going to be coming out with a video every 3 days and shorts every day on stock trading. The long videos that you're seeing here is going to be different stuff. I like to, you know what? I don't like to be kept in a box. Okay? I like different stuff. I'm going to show different stuff. But anyways, thank you for stopping by. Everybody loves my bird Pete more than me. Sad but true. You have a great day. Bye.